Hello everyone, what's up? This Star Wars hobby tutorial is the second in a series of 3 videos dedicated to my crashed X-Wing build, which is a piece of Star Wars Legion terrain. Each of the videos documents the process leading up to a particular painting or weathering technique. Tonight's video is all about contrast, and more specifically about 2 techniques which can really enhance it: panel washes and post shading. So this is where we left it in part 1. The product that I'm going to use for the panel wash is Ammo's aptly named Dark Wash, which is basically a very dark green enamel. I thinned it about 40%, gave it a really good mix, and then tested the consistency. It needs to be runny but not transparent. I always have a second paint well just with thinner to clean my brush, which is a liner brush by the way. The idea is to gently touch the surface of the model along one of the lines that you have chosen, and simply allow the enamel wash to flow by capillary action. Don't be too concerned about spills, as we will easily take care of them later. Enjoy the process and go with the flow. Yes, I know. So before I forget, it's important to note that I had applied 2 nice coats of Tamiya X22 Clear thinned with Tamiya lacquer thinner prior to this. This product is similar to a gloss varnish and not only protects your paint, but greatly enhances capillary action. As you have already seen, quite often minor spills will flow into nearby panel lines or adjacent recessed areas, actually working in your favor and saving you time. Any bigger accidents can be fixed right away, as I did here. Just grab a clean brush, slightly dampen with thinner, not wet, and wipe away the excess. Surface details which lack visual interest can really be transformed. Now let's undo our work, shall we? Shall we try that again? Wash on, wash off. Yes, I rewatched Cobra Kai recently. Once you're done with your wash, it's time to clean up any imperfections. Unless there is some huge spill, it's better to wait for a couple of hours before you do this. Otherwise, the wash will be really delicate and you're likely to make a mess very easily. Like I said before, it's imperative that the brush be only slightly damp with thinner. You can drag or push the excess enamel with your brush. I always have kitchen paper at hand, which is what I use to wipe it off. Every now and then, I will also clean my brush with the thinner I set aside earlier. I dry the brush, and then I continue with the cleaning up operation. Time for us to take a look at post shading. This is Black Umber by Lifecolor, a water-based liquid pigment. I discovered these 2 years ago, and I've since become a big fan. As the name indicates, the idea with post shading is to create fake shadows after we paint the model. I've heard the term used to refer to what is actually highlighting, but in my opinion that is a misnomer. Nomenclature aside, I applied this unthinned at a pressure of around 18 psi with my trusty Badger Patriot 105. The key here is to keep the airbrush in motion all the time, which will help you achieve a more random pattern and will also avoid flooding any area with the product. The beauty of these Lifecolor liquid pigments is that, although they're very similar to Ammo shaders, they have spraying characteristics more similar to lacquers. That is to say, less dry tip and less spider webbing. Oh, and they come with a remover product that is also somehow water-based. If you want to know more about them, check out the video on screen. As fake as these shadows are, they can really make corners or small details look much more interesting. As you can see, the product is really transparent. Whether to go really subtle or to have a more pronounced effect is really up to you. Another technique that you can try is to create streaking with the airbrush. Pick a spot and spray diffuse lines originating from it. For this, I sprayed in short, controlled bursts, just like Corporal Hicks recommends. The trick, same as when it comes to your pulse rifle, is to have fine trigger control. Here you can see that again. Apologies by the way for getting my hair in the frame earlier. So this is the result at the end of today's episode. And speaking of episodes, don't forget that this is now my 15th Star Wars Legion painting tutorial. I have since covered a multitude of subjects, from an AT-ST to an AAT battle tank, a dwarf spider droid, or a snow speeder, among others. But back to the X-Wing. In my next video, I will share all my secrets regarding the part that I actually enjoyed the most: the snow and ice effects on the base, around all the debris, and on the canopy. Before I let you go, I would like to thank all of my YouTube members. Your continued support makes a real difference to me, and your generosity allows me to keep the lights on. I'll be back soon, but in the meantime, remember, keep it up and weather it out.